Hello, this is the fit. I decided to pick up a shift today. It is Friday. It's a 3 to 8 shift, which isn't too bad. I think it's a Friday. It is a Friday. Apparently, once work went out, the days of the week sort of passed me by, but yeah. Welcome to the start of a vlog, I guess. I'm filming on a different phone, so hopefully the quality doesn't change that much because I think it's roughly the same cameras. But yeah, there's the fit. It's very mom fit, but let's go. I have to call the Uber soon. Yeah. Hello. I got new earrings literally from Shoppers because I needed earrings and I'd lost one of the hoop earrings that my aunt had gotten me. And I've been so sad ever since. So I got hoop earrings. They're a bit heavier. This is the first time in like days where I'm able to just sit down and talk about books and just talk in general about something. This is not strong. Just need it on my face so I don't look weird. I wish there was a better spot where I could put you, but my bed is full of my clothes. They're clean. I just haven't put them away. Also, I got new earrings. Applause please for the earrings. I don't like this angle because, okay, there. Is that gonna be better? I don't think that changes anything, but we've got my fancy calendar. It's like a Wonders of the World calendar. Actually, for May is Petra in Jordan, and I feel like that is such a vibe. Like, it's such a vibe. What is it called? Petra, Jordan. It's like the specific structure. The specific archaeological site, and if you know anything about me, all about ancient stuff. So the fact that it's in May. But anyways, let me bring you on to the journey that I've had so far. It is literally the 11th of January, and I have not finished the book, which is diabolical. But the thing is, Januaries are like really weird for me reading wise because like I'm trying to find, especially if I finish a book before, whoa, what just happened? Especially if like I finish a book before the end of like the previous year, and then I have to choose what I want, but I want to start my year off on a good note. And I'm not a stickler about like bringing books that I read into the new year. Like if I am almost done a book in 2024, like if I started a book in 2024 and almost finished it, I will gladly finish it in 2025. That's not a big deal. I've done that before. It's not a huge deal. However, I finished Wind and Truth on the 26th, and then I just did not get into anything. I did not read enough to fully be absorbed in the story. And that's a problem. Because again, it's not a reading slump. This is not a reading slump. A reading slump is when I cannot just read. I don't want to read, or I just everything I pick up, like the words fly off the page and my eyes go haywire and they're not focusing. Like that's a reading slump, right? And I don't get those very often. However, January in general is just a really weird month. And if you look at like my previous stats, like in 2024, I only read one book in January, right? And that was The Judas Blossom. And I think I started it in... No. See, I read it later. I finished it later during the month. That's because I did a thing on my Instagram where I literally, like, read for an hour. And I read, like, 157 pages of the book. So I got a good chunk into the book, right? So in 2023, we're going to see how many books I read in January. Okay, I read one book in January, which again sticks with the theme of just like one book in the beginning of the month, or like in the month in general, and that was Silver in the Bone. And I really loved that. I really enjoyed that. And then by extension in February, it was one book again. March was 2 books, which is not surprising because if we go to 2024 and we go to, let's say, again, January was just The Judas Blossom. February was A Good Girl's Guide to Murder via audiobook. And March was 2 books, Foul Days and Girl Goddess Queen. And so there's just like this pattern, and I'm trying to break this pattern because I want to read more. I want to read more so bad, but I just can't get into it. However, I'm still going to talk about the books that I like started and that I bought and that I picked up and all that fun stuff. So we are going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the books that I picked up and a book that I received. The first book, I don't remember if I bought this. No, I bought this in December. So in December, I went to a bookstore and I was like, I've been seeing a lot of Farseer trilogy stuff. I've been seeing a lot of Robin Hobb stuff. There's like this tragic story. I want to know. So I picked up The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I said, I want to know, and I bought it. Cheapest book of my life. That's because we have a tax-free period, so everything is the list price, which is bonkers. But I got quite a ways in. I forget what page it was, but because, see, no bookmark, so gone from my head. But I'm not gonna, like, restart it. I'm just gonna find my spot in the audiobook because I was using the audiobook. Why does it keep, like, being weird? It keeps, like, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know what happened. The lighting, like, keeps on going up and down. It's really weird. But anyways. So I was enjoying this. I really wanted to, like, get through it. But it just, reading as a whole felt like such a chore. And I guess you could say that it's a reading slump. But again, for me, it's more that it's, like, January. It's the beginning of the year, right? It's a weird time. I'm always in, like, a reading funk in this time period. So I got this, and I want to say several chapters in. Like, they're on, like, the little expedition, and he has to deal with, like, that one lady or whatever. And, you know, I don't remember what chapter it was on, but I was enjoying it. I really was. It just, something was not clicking in my brain. Once I finish a book, that's when the ball will start to, will start rolling. The next book I got, I'm going to talk about the arc, is The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson. And this is an arc from Orbit. And if you're new here, an arc is an advanced reader copy, which is basically copies of the book, although it's dirty up here and I'm not sure why. Copies, like early copies, review copies that are sent to people like me, aka book influencers, to read and reviews. And this says, "We are the Raven and we are magnificent." I will read you the synopsis. "Let us fly now to the Empire of Oran, where after 24 years of peace, Burson the Brusque must end his reign. In the dizzying heat of midsummer, 7 contenders compete to replace him. They are exceptional warriors, thinkers, strategists, the best of the best. Then one of them is murdered. We know who did it. We saw it happen. No one else did. It falls to Nima Krog, the Emperor's brilliant, idiosyncratic high scholar, to find the killer before the trials end. To do so, she must untangle a web of deadly secrets that stretches back generations, all while competing against 6 warriors with their own dark histories and fierce ambitions. Nima believes she's alone, but we are here to help. All she has to do is let us in. If she succeeds, she will win the throne. If she fails, death awaits her, but we won't let that happen. We Are the Raven and We Are Magnificent. This is set to be published on April 15th, 2025. That is The Raven Scholar. I think I'm confusing this with another book. There's another book that's supposed to come out in 2025 that I also had on my Goodreads. And I don't remember what it's called, but it's one that's also very dark academia-esque. And it follows, like, the teacher of, like, the magical school and, like, what they have to deal with. I feel like that's Fear of a Dream as well. But anyways, the next thing that I picked up is actually Night Watch by Terry Pratchett. Well, technically I just picked up Discworld as a general, like, the idea of reading Discworld entered my brain for some reason, and I was like, I need to know everything I can without spoilers. So this one was A, recommended as a starting point the most, and B, it is being published by Penguin as a modern classic. And I'm not a big fan of okay, why is Goodreads not opening? I'm not a huge fan of the Penguin Classics, like, modern classics cover. I think if I stare at it long enough, I'll grow to like looking at it, but I really like this cover. It doesn't give, like, adult fantasy. It does give slight middle grade vibes. I don't know if you know what I mean, but you know, like, that sort of art style that middle grade books have a lot of the time. What's that other book? Something about, like, a scholar and stuff. I swear I had it somewhere. Anyways, I'll probably find it at some point. And I will let you know. But anyways, so this one is one of the best Discworld novels, as a bunch of the booktubers I watched have talked about. And Terry Pratchett is apparently, like, a humoristic genius, like a writer genius, basically. And he created this vast world with a bunch of different characters and a bunch of different storylines. And I even read, like, some of the book reviews. I did avoid the spoilery ones if they were marked as spoilers, which they usually are. And this one, like, I read the review for the first of the series. Now, the way that Discworld is built, you don't have to read it in order. You can read it at whatever point. So this one is, I believe, like, maybe the third or fourth book in the Night Watch series. But you don't have to read it in that order. And I read that the first book was kind of iffy. Like, people were like, it's okay. It's not the best. Just start with Night Watch. So that's what I got. I got Night Watch. And luckily the bookstore had a copy, because somehow every time that I want, like, a classic novel, whether it's a classic, like an actual classic, or it's like a classical fantasy novel or something like that, the bookstore just never has it. And I'm just like, why? Why? Is it, like, are they listening to me? And they just make sure it goes out of stock when I decide I want it? Anyways, so this follows, I can't even tell you what it's about because I haven't even read. Also, the font size is fantastic. It's so big. The font is so big. It is absolutely glorious. And sometimes there's footnotes, and I just love that in a book. We love footnotes in a book because I'm a nerd. So this one follows Commander Sam Vimes of the City Watch, and at the beginning we're told about the serial killer that emerges from hiding. And I'll just read you the synopsis. Don't put your trust in revolutions. They always come around again. That's why they're called revolutions. People die and nothing changes. The 25th of May is an important somber day for Ankh-Morpork, the anniversary of one of the city's bloodiest rebellions. But crime stops for nothing, as Commander Sam Vimes of the City Watch knows. When a notorious serial killer emerges from hiding, the chase leads the Watch to the roofs of Unseen University, where a magical storm is brewing. It's a case of wrong place, very wrong time. I just love the humor in this. Oh my god. Vimes finds himself back in his own rough, tough past with only a killer for company and a city on the brink of revolution to contend with. But he must survive because he has a job to do. Track down the murderer and change the outcome of the rebellion. And get back to the future before his wife gives birth, of course. All in a day's work. So, what I found out, unfortunately, is that the audiobook is not available on libraryofalexandria, which is diabolical because I really wanted to get the audiobook. But I found this BBC version of it, and while it doesn't say it word for word, I find that it's really interesting, and I just love the dry. Oh, I love the dry humor, like the dry British. Oh, it's Terry Pratchett British. It sounds like a very British name. Terry Pratchett. Okay, he was an English author, humorist, and satirist. There's 41 comic fantasy novels in this world. Oh, and he wrote Good Omens, so with Neil Gaiman. But oh my gosh, I just love this. Just the way that it starts and just the vibes of it all. You know, it's just so much fun. And I'm running out of time. So, anyways, as I was saying, I just really love the way that this starts. It just really sets up sort of the dry humor. And something about the Brits. The dry humor really works with my brain. Just like the satire of it all, the just like comicness of it all. I don't know how to explain it, but just like way that the Brits do their humor lands every single time for me. Okay? It just does. And the next thing is something that is such an undertaking, and if I even read one novel from this, I will be so impressed with myself in general, and that is Malazan, Book of the Fallen by Steven Erikson. Now this is another one of those cases where it's like a classic fantasy novel, and this is the first book, Gardens of the Moon, and I specifically bought like the bigger version because God forbid I try and read the freaking mass market paperback because the font is already small in this. The font is probably even tinier in mass market paperbacks, and I need a break from the mass market paperbacks. I do have the whole series on my Kobo, as well as Night Watch on my Kobo, and the whole Farseer trilogy on my Kobo, so I can definitely switch around. But anyways, that's not the point of this. So, Gardens of the Moon is the first book in Malazan. And in this case, you do have to read it in order. However, in general, the main books of Malazan, like it's not just Steven Erikson, there's another author to this, but, oh, is he Canadian? Okay, slay. Huh, okay. But the main series of Malazan are 10 books by Steven Erikson, and then there are like Malazan stories that are like outside of that 10 book plot line as far as I understand it. So this is the first one. And in this one, we are thrown into the battle. Like, we're literally like, it does not hold our hand, which after reading Sanderson for like 3 months straight, that shit hurts. That's difficult. That shit's difficult when the author's not holding your hand and you're just thrown into the action. And you're just like thrown into the action. Like, not even, like, there's so much. Why are there so many characters? Christ. There's a map! There's a map! Slay! But yeah, so basically Malazan is the first in the Gardens of the Moon is the first in Malazan Book of the Fallen. Why is it called Malazan Book of the Fallen? I have no idea. I don't know. I barely know anything about this. I'm so scared to read this. Let me just find the first chapter. Book 1 is called Pale. Like, it just throws you in. And the first line is, the stains of rust seem to map blood seas on the black pocked surface of Mock's vein. A century old, it squatted on the point of an old pike that had been bolted to the outer top of the hold's wall. Monstrous and misshapen, it had been cold hammered into the form of a winged demon, teeth bared in a leering grin, and was tugged and buffeted in a squealing protest with every gust of wind. The winds were contrary the day columns of smoke rose over the mouse quarter of Malice City. Is Malazan? The faint silence announced the sudden falling off of the sea breeze that came clambering over the ragged walls of Mock's hold. Then it creaked back into life as the hot sparks scattered and smoke-filled breath of the mouse quarter reached across the city to sweep the promontory's heights. Gandalf, Stabber, Perrin of the House of Perrin stood on tiptoe to see over the mirror. Like, what is that? What is that? Like, we get an image, and it's really just not... You're just not told anything. And you just find out. You just find out. You just find out. And that's how it be like that sometimes. So that's me blabbing about the books that I've gotten recently. And now on to the book that I actually started reading and that I actually like am actively reading, which is kind of insane because I literally just told you I'm in a funk. But surprisingly, this is not a short book. You'd think that because I'm in a funk, I'd choose like a novella or like a light fantasy read, which technically Assassin's Apprentice is a light fantasy read. After reading a 1,300 page book in like 2 weeks, I feel like a 300 page novel is nothing. That is a speck of dust, okay? It is nothing, okay? But anyways, it is a long book, and the way that this came to be, I'm 157 pages in, so almost 200 pages, right? The way that this came into being is I was working, right? I was at the library, I was at the front desk at one of the branches. And one of the librarians, really cool guy, is this older guy, and we've talked about, because he saw me reading Brandon Sanderson over the 2 months, right, 2 and a bit months, and I was walking around with Wind and Truth, and it was on the front desk, and we talked about it, and I told him that I was enjoying it, and then he came up to me, this was this week actually, on Monday, right, first time he'd see me as we got back from, the holidays and stuff. And he's like, oh, so did you finish the book? I was like, yeah, I did. He's like, oh, yeah, I figured, like, it's not, you don't have it out in front of you, right? And I'm like, yeah, I finished it. Now I'm in, like, a weird reading funk. And, like, I told him how I felt about Wind and Truth and everything. And he's like, okay, cool. And then he sort of left to do his own thing. He went to his office. And then he left again, and I guess he was on his break, I imagine. Because he's one of the librarians, so we're not exactly privy to, like, their schedules. I don't really even know what he does. But I don't even know if he's actually a librarian. But anyways, that's beside the point. I'm gonna brighten this up a little bit, because why is it being stupid? Can you brighten up, please? Can I just, like, turn this off? Is that better? I think that's better. But basically, he comes back, right? And he's like, oh, have you heard of Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, or Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke? I was like, I have heard of it. I've heard good things about it. I have Piranesi by Susanna Clarke on my shelf. And we started talking about it. He's like, a lot of my friends liked Piranesi, but I didn't really. And I really like Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. I was like, okay. And I just sort of explained that the reason why I picked up Piranesi, I just haven't read it yet. The reason why I picked up Piranesi was because of the satyr on the cover, and with the 2, like, reeded flute, right? With the 2 flutes connected, right? That's a very Greek mythology thing. And I explained that, like, oh, like, I picked it up because of the cover and because a bunch of people said they liked it and I trust their reviews and all that. He's like, try Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell. That's all I needed. When someone comes in and is like, can you try this book? Because I think you will like it. Like, if you're gonna give me a book recommendation and I've told you about my tastes and it sort of lines up based on what I've heard and what I know about the book, I'm going to read it. So I downloaded it onto my cuppa. I got it. I got the book. And it's so long. It is such a long book. Holy cow. I don't know why I did this to myself. It's such a long book. But I'm loving it. I am liking it. Oh my god. I'm really liking it because I just love, when I first started reading Babel by Eric Kwong, I wasn't really focusing on the Jonathan Strange aspects of it. I was focusing more on the dark academia secret history aspect, right? But the footnotes and the historical and the magic is a very Jonathan Strange-esque. And now I see the similarities. I haven't finished Babel, surprise. Surprise. I'm avoiding it until the end of time. But I definitely see the similarities because Jonathan Strange has footnotes and Babel also has footnotes, although the footnotes in Babel are on the page themselves, whereas the footnotes in Jonathan Strange are at, like, the end of the chapter, which is why it's a little bit of a hassle to read on a Kobo, because you, like, sort of you can't really flip back easily to find the little number, right, or the asterisk or whatever. But I am really liking it. Basically, in this world, we follow England during the time of, like, Napoleon, right? Which is apparently a theme around here right now, because I have like the Count of Monte Cristo, and that's very Napoleon era, Napoleon-esque. And so we follow this group of characters, right? At the beginning, you sort of have England without magic, and you have this like society of magicians in wherever the heck it is in England. And then they're like, oh, magic, they're like magicians, so they're basically scholars of magic. They're not actually magicians, but in the sense, magicians equals scholar of magics, right? The scholars of like magic, like academics of magic who study magic and debate and stuff. And one day they come into sort of contact with the last magician, seemingly, of England, of the British Empire, so to speak. And so they contact him, and then there's like this correspondence, and there's this sort of meeting and stuff, and then Mr. Norrell, the magician, comes to the society, and then he's like, if I show you magic, you have to promise to disband. And one person refuses to sign the paper, and he's like, okay, no worries. And there's just this really interesting aspect. I can't really say much because, again, I don't really understand too much of it yet. I'm 200 pages in, I don't know what's going on. But there's also just like a lot of Misters and Misses, but it's just really interesting, and I'm really enjoying it. So shout out to the librarian for convincing me in like 3 sentences to read this. Anyways, gotta go. Peace out. That's my update.
What a superbly featured room, and what excellent boiled potatoes. Many years since I've had such an exemplary vegetable. To which of my fair cousins should I compliment the excellence of the cooking?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Don't mind my hair. Okay, so the plan is I'm gonna finish up this one article thingy-bobber, and then, or do as much as I can, and then I want to go to go to the bookstore. I was planning on going to the big one downtown, but that one's gonna be closed soon, and I won't have time to get there and then get the books and enjoy the experience, so I'll have to go to the Yorkdale one. Yeah, unfortunately, that's a vibe. That's a deal. I'm thinking of really want a copy of Pride and Prejudice. They don't have it. They don't have like the version I want at the Yorkdale Indigo. So unfortunately, I cannot grab it. They don't even have proper ones. Like they don't. There's a book, Homophobia, because it has prejudice, and it has the words Pride and Prejudice in the title. Okay. I don't want the mass market paperbacks. I don't want the hardcovers either. I want like a floppy paperback. So why is this so frustrating? I might go to some secondhand bookstores. Why is this so dark? Like, why is it so dark? The lighting is like so weird. I hate it. You can see me now. I might go to some secondhand bookstores tomorrow, and then I'm gonna go, if I don't find what I want there, I'm gonna go to, because one of the bookstores, I'm gonna go to the Big Indigo, because one of the bookstores has a good selection. They don't have a website, and that's a problem, and can't do anything about it. I don't want hardcover. I want a paperback. Give me a paperback. It's not available for pickup. What are you talking about? What do you mean available for pickup? Available for you to pick up my foot. Oh, there's a Penguin Classic version available. Okay, hold on a second. York Tail. I have it on a sticky note. I think the other ones are, okay, Daughter of Chaos, Watermoon, Pride and Prejudice. I don't know if I'm gonna get Babylonia this time around, but I really want Daughter of Chaos. No, I don't want Daughter of Chaos. Oh my god. What are we? Oh, I wanna see. The only problem with Lord of the Rings, that I want the big box set, but it's like never available. And rain lore has it, apparently. Do we think that it's gonna go to stock by tomorrow? But I don't know if I want to buy it, just because I have to haul that all the way home. Oh my god. They don't have Alexandria City. That changed the world. Do they not have hardcovers? I just want, give me the hardcover, please. Don't lose. So Secrets was unfortunately closed because they're doing some sort of like restock, revamp kind of project, reconstruction or whatever. Not a big deal. I wasn't expecting to find what I wanted there. Just had a few like the additions that I wanted. Ooh, it doesn't out. So Inigo it is. And yeah. Oh my god, it's so cold! Ah. Okay, so I got Pride and Prejudice and I could not find the box set for Lord of the Rings. So I got the omnibus edition and I think that's what I'm gonna annotate, maybe. We'll see how I feel about it, but I'm really liking, I love the look of the one that I got. And I'm going to like omnibuses, like I like that. Going to like it. So, very excited. And I also got the version of Pride and Prejudice that I wanted. So I'm very happy about that. I was debating on getting the annotated one, but decided against it. So, that's okay though. I'm happy with my choices. Although the bookish merch were so cute. I might go back tomorrow and buy one of the sweaters. Because, oh my god, the sweater's just so fucking cute. Oh my god. One said Rat de Bibliothèque. And I'm a Rat de Bibliothèque. I work in the fucking bibliothèque. I work in the bibliothèque. I work there. So I am a Rat de Bibliothèque. Rat de Bibliothèque, sort of book rat. You can't really say Rat de Bibliothèque. So, well, I guess you can, but it's not common. I guess a Rat de Bibliothèque is the more common expression. But oui, Rat de Bibliothèque. Oh, it's so cute. I love that. snowing. It's snowing. Alright, snowing. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Wow. Book has been acquired, and I got War of the Rohirrim stickers, and they were free. So, oh god, that's so exciting. I'm so excited to watch the movie now. I don't care what the critics are saying. I'm so excited. Anything that's like Lord of the Rings, I'm gonna be excited about. Like, why wouldn't I be? So weird. Find a replacement. Lots. You know, you know. This damn hallway drives me up the fucking walls. Do I need for a hallway? No. I need a long ass hallway. No. I literally have not had a moment to sit down and talk, so that's what we're gonna do. There's the little book haul, an omnibus version of The Lord of the Rings. Before anyone comes for me, I'm not working. I'm done work. I'm waiting for my train. Okay? 15 minutes and then I have to. This is the 1 volume edition with the appendices. Lord of the Rings. I'm obsessed. Oh, I can't wait to like stamp it and annotate it. And then I got Pride and Prejudice, and I am 159 pages in. Out of 389 pages. So look at her, she's so cute. Look at her, so cute. And then I got Deathless by Catherine M. Valente, and I'm so excited for this. This is like my 3rd Phoenix book, and that's the indie bookstore that I went to, but I didn't film that because I had to go. But I'm really excited to read this one and annotate it and all that fun stuff. Also, earrings, can we take a moment? And the hair, I have the day off tomorrow, so thank goodness I have the day off tomorrow. I can read and do stuff. Very, very excited for this. I'm waiting for a train, and I am reading Pride and Prejudice. And I have been reading Pride and Prejudice, and I'm very much enjoying it. I'm on chapter 5 of volume 2. I believe it's 2 volumes. I think it's 2 volumes. And the other classic that I might read is, oh geez, why is this? Oh, other classic that I might read, I don't know what else, but my friend recommended me North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell, I think it is. So I got a pack of like War of the Rohirrim stickers. So I've got this, and this, and it's great. And I'm in love. I'm obsessed. And ooh, that did not sound nice. I did not like the sound of that. Yikes. Okay. So she said she really enjoyed North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. It's also another classic, and she loves this. And I trust her with my life. So shout out Helen. Hello. Shout out to her North. Also, the reason why, not the reason why, but my friend is like from the north of England, like she lives in Liverpool. So it's like that sort of north and south kind of thing. Because I'm also from the north, like adjacent, like to Toronto, I'm north. So I'm excited to read this one. I want to read. Give me the normal north and south, please. North and south. I guess the Oxford would be fine. The Oxford edition would be fine. Oh, it's a PDF? I don't want a PDF. Okay. These don't have covers. I don't like not having covers. I want a cover, because then I don't have to add it in. I can add it in, but I don't want to. It's an HTML. What the hell's an HTML doing here? Oh my god. Is it so difficult to just let me download? Why is it complete works of the Brontes? Why is it? Okay, I'm just gonna download this one, and then I'm gonna edit it in Libri, because I can do that. North and South Elizabeth Castle. Ooh, I like this. Cover. That's really cute, actually. That's actually really cute. I'm kind of obsessed with that. North and South cover. It's a classic. She's not gonna, like, it's a classic. Blacks. It's like, ooh, I love that. I actually really like that. Wow, obsessed. I love that cover. Very cute. Where's my cocoa? After a week spent in professions of love and schemes of felicity, Mr. Collins was called from his amiable Charlotte by the arrival of Saturday. I love the language on this. Why didn't I read this sooner? Because oh my god, I was such a pain in the butt when I was younger. I swear to god. And I'm realizing it. Please connect to the internet. Thank you. Is there a charging port here somewhere? Please tell me you're gonna connect to the internet. I beg you. Oh my god. If I have to log in, I'm gonna lose my mind. Please log in. The Wi-Fi today is so bad. Okay, it's connected. 37. Bam. I don't want to Kate and Puppify. Bam. Bam. Continue. Open file. Ba-bam. Done. Thank you, Helen. Oh my god. Just go back. Is there anything else that I want to read out of the classics? Yeah, I have Count of Monte Cristo. I have The Usual Suspects, The Iliad, and The Odyssey. So that doesn't really count though. Poster, Rasputin, others, and Mina. Read that right now. God of Chaos, I have Starlight here. Oh, you know what I need to track it. It keeps signing me out. That's a bummer. That's a bummer. Because I sent an email about they request pending approval. So, like, hello? Like, let's go. Oh my god, Central Asia, shocker. That's crazy. That's crazy. Central Asia in a book. Bonkers. Said it right though. It's called The Griffin King by Sarah Omar. By Sarah Omar. Maybe that's how you say it. What is the caption? Well-read woman is a dangerous creature. Threads. I'm actually really enjoying the vibe of Threads. Oh my god. Bring me back to the US one. Oh my god. Probably get up and go. But I'm very comfortable in there. Also, how much percentage? Oh no, 25%. Oh no, that's not good. Oh god, thanks. And I don't have a charger, unfortunately. Okay. Shut down. I'm gonna turn off the Wi-Fi here too, because otherwise it will die. Oh, I've got guns. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've got guns. Shocker. Because that seems to fit. But I'm gonna be reading. I don't really need to fit. I'll stop that now. Mouse. Peace out. Good morning. Well, no, it's not morning. It's like noon. Hello. Hair has been washed, which, thank God. And I read a little bit yesterday, but I didn't finish it because I had to give my sister a bath, wash her hair, so then we go like from the bath to the shower. So I had to wash her hair, get her dressed, send her off, make sure to clip her nails. And I sent her off, and then by the time I got back, I just was out of it. You know, like when you're forced to get up and then you just don't want to go sit back down. That was me, unfortunately. Not much happened. They're back at the house, I think, and that was not a good idea. Look at that. Let me just, oh man, I have to deal with the cold. We're gonna have these. Okay. I have to call the Uber soon. I walked out of the car and I could see my breath. So cold. So cold. Soon we're gonna get warmer weather. Soon. And I can go back to wearing my magic blouse. I also have something in my shoe, which is fun. Hopefully the heaters are working in there. I wanted to get Cheetos from the vending machine, but for some reason, it's like wouldn't go down. Like the flap was up. So I did not get my Cheetos. I got popcorn instead. So I think the Cheetos were cheaper. No, were more expensive than the popcorn. So I want some Cheetos. Hello. I come to you from the software room with an update. End of second volume. Now I gotta send this update to my friend. I've started I didn't annotate for a good chunk of the book. Well, that's why, because a good chunk of the book I read on my cuppa. So, oh, now I can't see it. Okay, finished volume. I even write that correctly. 2. I don't really have many updates for you though. Like I'm enjoying it, but there's nothing particular that I want to say. So we shall continue reading. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this today. Maybe not. Shall see. Hello, I have another update for you. We're on chapter 1 of volume 3, and I've been underlining some things and writing some stuff in the margins. Okay, whoa. They were within 20 yards of each other and so abrupt was his appearance that it was impossible to avoid his sight. Their eyes instantly met, and the cheeks of each one was spread with the deepest blush. Not bad for like day 3 hair. Hello. So, I did quite a bit today. So earlier, I want to say last week or something like that, but anyways, I was editing my Rhythm of War vlog. Now, the Stormlight vlogs, at this point in time, on January 25th, are all scheduled. 3 are out, 2 are scheduled and ready to post. One's coming on Monday. Another is coming next Friday. So by the time this video goes up, all will be out, and I'll link them down below. But the problem with the Rhythm of War vlog is I clicked something, and a bunch of the videos disappeared. And I was very, very upset. So I took some time away from the computer and just focused on reading and filming, because I wanted to have some sort of content in the meantime, you know, have something ready to edit so I can post that if needs be. However, your girl's smarter than she thinks. However, I have automatic Google Photos backup on my phone. A lot of the shorter clips were on Google Photos. Unfortunately, the longer clips where I yap away are not there, so there might be some context missing. After I watched it a couple of times, like I went through it a couple of times, it didn't seem too abrasive to not have the longer clips, so I think it should be okay. And then I just ended up so I uploaded that because that one didn't export properly yesterday. Like, it got stuck at like 36% or 36 minutes, I don't remember. And then I ended up editing, and I finished editing, and I uploaded the Wind and Truth vlog. And so that's that. And then I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday, I filmed a ranking video. Yesterday, I filmed a tier ranking video, ranking all of my 2024 reads. And then again, I ended up editing it and then uploading it. So that one's also scheduled for Wednesday. So I have 2 vlogs and a regular talking head video in between. And then I'm thinking this vlog, once I finish this, because I have like 91 pages left, will be up the following Friday. So I'm trying to make Fridays like the vlog day. I don't know how well that will go. I'm also trying to have vlogs be less than an hour long, but I talk too much, I guess. So, I don't know. But I'm really enjoying this. I don't think I didn't really much yesterday, I don't think. Or at all. I'll have to double check. And I'm also trying to make sure I don't say a lot, because then I don't have to edit that out and then it doesn't sound weird. 297. Yeah, I did not read yesterday. So, with that being said, that's the update. Again, I didn't read yesterday, so this will have to be read when I start the bath for my sister, because she's taking a bath and a shower, and I have to focus on that. And I will just film the time lapse once as I'm sitting on the floor instead of on my comfortable chair. It's not comfortable. It's really not comfortable. I really enjoyed the use of in this book. I didn't think I would enjoy it as much. I didn't really expect it, because again, this is like my first Jane Austen book, and comes from recommendation from my friend Divi. Hello, Divi, if you see this. But yeah, and yeah, so this vlog will likely be also lengthy, but I'm hoping to cut it down to maybe an hour. I don't want it to be too long, and I don't want to deter people away. But the subsequent talking head videos have been quite short, actually, because I think I've amped up my talking speed somehow. Also, I've become more conscious of whether or not I say or pause, and I've been trying to not pause as much as I used to, so we're getting there. We are getting there. So yeah, that is it for the update. I'm excited to finish this. Again, I've got 91 pages left. I gotta do this. I gotta do this. Alright, peace out. Okay, Divi, hello. I'm on chapter 16 of volume 3, and I believe this is when there's like another proposal. So I will try to read as fast as I can so that you get my reaction. I have been using Spark Notes in tandem with, so I sort of have spoiled it for myself, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. For me, at least. Oh my god. You are too generous to trifle with me. If your feelings are still what they were last April, tell me so at once. My affections and wishes are unchanged, but one word from you, so that's all you need. Okay, sorry. I have to underline this. Oh my god. To shift some videos to other places, but I'm still reading the chapter. Don't worry, I'll still get your reactions. Oh, so the nobody said anything. Might have skipped over the paragraph, but whoops. So look. Okay. Yay, they're happy. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. 17. I'm gonna go back and send some stuff to the phone and stuff, so I have to make sure that the videos don't go over like a minute or something like that. A minute and 5, I think, or something like that, because otherwise I can't send them to you. But anyways, we continue. Chapter 17. I love Jane so much. I know people will tell me that I'm like Lizzie, but I feel like I'm Jane. I'm the eldest sister in every. I'm not the cool main character sister. I'm the older book nerd sister. I have no thoughts, really. "Lizzie," said he, "what are you doing? Are you out of your senses to be accepting this man? Have not you always said—" I love Mr. Bennet. He's just such an icon. Also, the conversation between Lizzie and Lady Catherine. Now that is a girl boss. Girl boss, gaslight, gatekeep. Girl boss. Is girl bossing. Angela, in so many passages from that conversation. Oh my god. So good. That was so good. That was when you really see that, like, Elizabeth's been consistently sort of strong-headed and very independent. That's when it really shines, and her wit really shines. I keep running out of minutes. But that's like when you when you see her wit really shine and her ability to, like, argue. Like, that was such a good scene. Oh my god. Who plays Lady Catherine in the 2005 version? I've seen her face, but I don't remember her face. I've also seen the face. Who plays Mrs. Bennet? The actress looks familiar. I can't place her. But anyways. Okay. Whew. Okay. My phone is precariously leaned up against two books that I'm using as, like, a laptop lifter. Good gracious, Lord bless me. Only think, dear me, Mr. Darcy, who would have thought of it? And is it really true? Oh, my sweet Miss Lizzie, how rich and how great you will be. What pin money, what jewels, what carriages. That is such a hoot. Oh my god. You know who did piss me off a little bit? Lydia. Lydia pissed me off. She pissed me off. That girl pissed me off. I admire all my three sons-in-laws highly. Wickham perhaps is my favorite, but I think I shall like your husband quite as well as Jane's. Now be sincere. Did you admire me for my impertinence, for the liveliness of your mind? That's it. That's it. I'm dying alone. I am dying alone. That's it. That's it. My future man doesn't tell me that he fell in love with me because of my mind. It's done. He's not my future man anymore. He's not my future man anymore. Where was I? Okay. Darcy's letter to Lady Catherine. Oh my god. Oh, sorry. Mr. Bennet's letter to Lady Catherine is hilarious. Dear Sir, I must trouble you once more for congratulations. Elizabeth will soon be the wife of Mr. Darcy. Consoling Lady Catherine as well as you can. I don't know why I did that. But if I were you, I'd stand by the nephew. He has more to give. fucking love this book. Oh my god. Running away from Lady Catherine is so real of them. Last chapter, baby. I did it. I finished. Thank you for recommending it to me. My first book of the year. Hello friends, welcome to the end of this reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed. I know there were some stumbles upon the beginning as I was trying to find my footing when it comes to reading again. Again, this is just a January thing. I tried to push myself more than I knew I was going to do, which didn't turn out very well. So very happy that I have finished one book. So I finished Pride and Prejudice. Very, very happy to everyone that has recommended it to me over the years. Thanks, I guess. But yeah, my rating is 5 out of 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. I don't know if I'm gonna pick up another Jane Austen so soon, or if I'm gonna venture back into fantasy. I don't know. I'm gonna go to bed, sleep on it, and we will see tomorrow. But that is the end for this vlog. It might end up long again, but my goal is to give you vlogs on a more regular basis. And if it's 1 hour vlogs, then it's 1 hour vlogs. I'm gonna try to put these out on Fridays just so that you guys can have, well, the few people that watch these vlogs can have like the weekend to watch it. Friday, everyone's sort of slowing down. It's the weekend, everyone's chilling, most people are chilling. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I really enjoyed the book. I hope this has convinced you to read Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen as well. What I'm gonna do next is I think I'm gonna borrow the, I believe, 1995 and the 2005 version because my university library has it. So I think I'm just gonna borrow the one that's 7 days, and then I'll just watch it at home and just, yeah, see how I feel about it. I won't include it in the vlog because this vlog's too long anyways, but very happy with how things ended. Yeah, I'm very happy that Pride and Prejudice ended up being my first read of the year. That's the energy I'm manifesting. An actual love line, you know? But yeah. So again, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. I have other vlogs. If you'd like to check them out, I will link them below. And I have plenty of other videos on my channel. If you'd like to watch them, I would be very, very touched, very, very happy. If you like my content, you can follow me on all my other socials. I am mainly on Instagram because that's where I started my bookish social media journey. Please check my Bookstagram out. I'm on Blue Sky, but I'm not very active on there. I got it just for the sake of having it. And then I'm on Threads quite often as well. As well as here, I have a blog, which I do have to update, but we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, so anyways, I, again, hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you enjoyed it, check out my other stuff. If you like the things that I do, consider subscribing. And yeah, so I will leave links to buy Pride and Prejudice, whether it's my edition or the Oxford and Penguin Classics edition. So I will leave links down below if you're interested in any of the editions. And I hope you have a wonderful day, night, all that good stuff. And I will see you in the next one.